In this video, I'm going to show you how to recreate this custom typography for this logo here on the left. It's really just as simple as creating these various rectangles here in Illustrator and then assembling them like this, getting them lined up just right. I'm going to click, drag, and select all of these shapes. I'm going to go get my shape builder tool. You'll notice as I come back and hover over it, it highlights various shapes. It wants to know what we want to combine or what we want to edit out. First, we want to edit out some of these shapes that we don't need around the outside of it, as well as coming in and cutting through some of this negative space. So I'm going to hold, to do that, I'm going to hold Option on the keyboard. That's the Alt key if you're using a PC. I'm going to hold Option on the keyboard, click down on the mouse, drag through these shapes that I want to cut off, and then let go of the mouse, and now they're gone. I'm going to repeat that process. I'll zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to hold down the Option key. I'm going to click through these shapes. Need to go get my shape builder tool. Hold down on the Option key, click down on the mouse, drag through these shapes, and now they're gone. Hold the Option key, click through these shapes, holding the mouse down until I'm through the shapes, and now they're gone. I'm going to repeat that process around all of these shapes on the outside, just slowly cutting them off. Alright, now we're going to zoom back out, and we need to cut into these negative spaces here. So I'm going to click, drag, select all of that, get my shape builder tool. We're going to come in right here, which is right here. So I'm going to hold Option, click, drag through these shapes, and then come over here. And slowly you can see how it's just kind of eating away at these shapes until they're gone. This way for the S. I'm going to come up from the bottom on this side. So clicking, dragging, holding Option, clicking, dragging with my mouse until I get through the shapes, then letting go. Repeating that process. Okay. Alright, so this gives us the basic shape. We need to finish this up, we need to combine these shapes that are still here, as well as add in these curves. So what we're going to do is simply select all of these, go get our shape builder tool again, and this time we're not going to hold Option, that's just for cutting through. We're just simply going to click down on the mouse, drag through these shapes that we want to combine, and it will put them together. So I'm going to repeat that process, just clicking on the mouse, dragging through these shapes, clicking, holding down on the mouse, dragging through these shapes. Once I get through a series of them, letting go of the mouse and seeing them combine. So just going to finish that out. Okay. And now we just need to add in some of these circles here. So what we're going to do is simply just get our direct selection tool. I'm going to select various anchor points at a time by holding Shift. So I'm going to select this anchor point, hold Shift, and select this anchor point. Hold Shift, select this anchor point and this anchor point. Come over here and do the same thing. Holding Shift allows us to select all these anchor points at once. And then we get these little circles that help us curve the corners. So we're going to click, drag. I'm going to click down on one of them, drag, and pull that to center. You'll notice that the ones on the outside didn't quite go all the way in. That's because we did these ones together. So that means the curve is a little bit greater on the outside. So I'm going to go in and grab these again by selecting that with my direct selection tool, hitting Shift, selecting this one, hit Shift, select this one, Shift, select this one. Grab these circles, pull them in again. There we go. I'm going to repeat that to curve the S right here, just selecting these various anchor points, holding Shift to select more than one at a time, pulling those circles in until they're curved. I'm going to do that on these insides as well. I'm going to select them at the same time, so click, hold Shift, and select all these various anchor points. Grabbing any one of these circles, icons, clicking and dragging, pulling them in. Alright, need to do these ones as well. Okay, and we're almost done. The one that's different is this one right here. Let's go in and look at that more closely. So it curves all the way down and then has a small little curve down at the bottom. It's not a perfect half circle there. So to do this, let's zoom in. I'm going to select both of these at the same time. So I'm going to select this side, hold Shift, select this side, or anchor point on this side, click, drag, and pull that down, not quite all the way because we're going to curve it down at the other end as well. And then I'm going to go back and get this anchor point, click on that, hold shift, get this anchor point, and then grab either one of these little circles and pull that. And now we've recreated that rounded corner on the inside. I'm going to click, drag, and select all of that, get my eyedropper tool, sample this color. I'm going to create a copy of the background, and there we have recreated this custom typography.